Okay. Uh, okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Widya from Introduction to American Culture A class. Today, I will give my presentation from my essay about Tom Sawyer as an ideal hero represented by Mark Twain. The first one is the goal of this presentation is to fulfill of the final task of introduction to American culture class C, and hopefully to deepen our understanding of the Tom Sawyer as ideal hero represented by Mark Twain in my essay. Okay, table of contents is the first one is introduction, the second one is discussion, and the last one is conclusion. Okay, we go to introduction first. Introduction. If you hear a hero, what comes to your mind when you hear ideal hero? Maybe just like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, or maybe you can say Iron Man, but let's go to explanation. What is ideal hero? The ideal hero is the one that represents freedom, hope, and new opportunities in life. Motivated as it sounds, there are so many ideal criteria for people to represent the ideal hero, and represented by Mark Twain, how Tom Sawyer act in his novel. The hero believe an individual of great strength, courage, and fortitude of or one of the central protagonists in a literary or cultural work, including a movie or a video game. It's like I mentioned before, like Superman, Batman, but in my essay is how Mark Twain represent Tom Sawyer act just like a hero in this novel. Okay, facing overwhelming adversities, the leader uses creative abilities, valor of power, in order to overcome them. Hero and other formerly gender-specific definition are frequently used as references to either and biological identity, whereas heroine is only related to ladies. And also, you know that heroine is the partner of hero. It's like a woman, like MJ in Spider-Man. Heroine, the Spider-Man heroine is MJ because MJ is the girlfriend of Spider-Man. Okay, the next one is discussion. Okay, heroism in Tom Sawyer. Hero is not quite the same as selfness and empathy. Tom Sawyer is an adventurous boy who gets involved in mischief and trouble but learns from his mistakes. Okay, from this work, the author states that Tom Sawyer is described as an ideal hero by Mark Twain by providing elements of his ideal hero, such as patterns of the hero archetypes from the adventure of Tom Sawyer, so that Tom seems to be a romantic hero depicted here, because in the adventure of Tom Sawyer novel, Tom Sawyer have a partner, have heroine. The name is Becky Thatcher. As a dynamic character who occasionally refers to childish gags, and but essentially switches from his initial uh, from his initial childish event feathers and matures to the point where he can make very moral decisions and commitment as he did in exposing in Junjo wrongdoings and protecting Becky when she get lost in cave. Okay, the next one is archetype patterns in Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer is an archetype of the mischievous boy whose desire for adventure get him in trouble. Archetypes is archetype are in the subconscious. Okay. Uh, as the story begins, Tom involved an often organizer of childhood pranks and pretend games. As in novel develops, initially consequence-free childish game becomes more and more serious. Tom leads himself to Harper, Huck, and in the cave, Becky Thatcher into dangerous situation. He also finds himself in difficult situation where he has to put his concern to others ahead of his concern from himself. This is the proof. This is the proof that Tom Sawyer do something for the other force is subconscious. Okay. Tom Sawyer character development. The character development is the first is complicated Tom's position on the border between childhood and adulthood because because he should decide what most important to have a priority what the most important between save himself or uh, give public the truth about the Injunjo. And the second one is satirize and expose the hypocrisy of essential and often childish social instruction. Okay, the people in social instruction in his environment also see he like a child. What you gonna do? You are a child. So Tom Sawyer proved that he can and do and prove that the truth. Uh, the third showed that social authority does not always operate. Yes, because social authority does not always operate because uh, people believe what In Junjo said and does not find the truth. The last one is demonstrated parental authority and limits balance because parental authority and limit balance is showed in the adventure of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Okay, the last one is conclusion. Conclusion concern with Tom's personal growth and guess for identity. The adventures of Tom Sawyer's combine several distinct genres. It's like uh, in Tom Sawyer, in the Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain combines several distinct genres like uh, adventure and also romance a little bit, and similar to Bildung's romance or novel about the moral and psychological development of the main character. Yes, development of main character is important in novel by Tom Sawyer because uh, in archetypes analysis that uh, Tom Sawyer has more developed, more become better after he have uh, he have after he have more experience about the history and novels that follow the development of a hero from childhood to adolescence to adulthood. I think that's all from my presentation. I'm sorry for my mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.